TH 对上 FUT 欧洲内战，两队上次在欧洲交手是由 TH 2-0赢下对战，这次只有一队能晋级4强，去败部打100T， 输的直接回家。
With the sheriff to his name, doesn't hit the mark on Benji.
Nope. Puts a bullet right in between both of them. Enid will fall as well. Hey, this wasn't supposed to go this way. Adacaptain's left alone. He's able to stop the defuse. Didn't get to half. The jump spot is bold. It's ambitious. It's reckless. But he has no other choice. Rien's doing it on his own. That should not have gone that way.
And an aggressive Viper pit in short A. It's not something you see every day.
Yeah, but they have to know that he's the lurk. Usually. The thrash to clear out be long, and now they know there's something else afoot here. They know it's more than just what they see.
Oh, Mr. Fawn running straight out of hookah.
Really nice counter out from Benji Fishy, and now the pit to cause more problems. Oh, he spots him, he knows where he is. The rocket never goes off. The pit will go down though. They've created enough space on the site to be able to settle.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
The only one who was not close by was Yethu, and he has now joined the fold. Patatech's got to be careful here, understanding they don't have elbow control. He could get swung on at any moment.
Bring them down.
Honestly, his job here too is just to provide cover, be the watchman for wo0t. As he tries to land a shot, first one's just a little bit off. The second will also be. wo0t's already headed over. Meanwhile, Rien's feeling some of the pressure. Confirming presence and getting the kill. That wasn't off an outlaw. That was just a spam through the wall.
Something we've seen so much this tournament on this map of Bind. And that's why you see players buying the Phantom. They don't want their tracers to come out.
Oh, they cleared the Dizzy, so he was able to hold them back. Rien's
to break the spread of yet
over Patatech's.
Another convincing B split. wo0t. That thrash will connect.
But can anyone punish? Oh, he swings out. I thought there might have been somebody over the top covering him, but Boo drops 2. Now the Nightfall will light everyone up. Adacaptain has TP, but Cena can't see a damn thing. The goop in his face will cause so many problems. He's gotten the spike out.
To do this so far in this series, it would have to be Adacaptain. 15 and 4.
I think he's heard it, but it doesn't matter. Boot will fall. A 1v3 for FUT to get another. All the magic potentially going their way. You're right, he's had quite a map. He's been ridiculous up until this point, but that dink will leave a brutal headache. And the possibility of a clutch gets smaller and smaller, but maybe his positioning will be the difference maker. He spots one, has to settle onto Thrash, or excuse me, onto Wingman, but now the Molly decides it all.
Knife will land onto somebody in U-Haul.
They're fully committing to this. The smoke went out heaven, the smoke went out pipes, the satchel came out, but Benji Fishy was not moved. Now the pit, to make matters infinitely more difficult. Do they push it? Do they challenge it? They can't leave this thing here. Rien's falls. The pit's still in play as they try to fight through showers. Meanwhile, Patatech keeping U-Haul for himself. They've got Yethu at a captain, corralled and controlled on the swing, though wo0t not able to find any value. The numbers starting to dwindle as the pit goes down. Benji Fishy lets it drop, gets a kill. He gets them all.
Adacaptain.
He's just gonna try to slip away here.
Oh, this is fast.
Oh, you gotta speed up now.
Approach.
There it is, wo0t with the one satchel, makes it work. Finds enough penetration to get a second.
That's one way to open up the B site. Heretics will cycle the bomb onto wo0t as well, but here comes the flood from FUT.
It's more of a trickle at this point.
Fast pace at A. That dagger will not connect.
But wo0t, oh my goodness.
Oh, did he?
Now the satchel out, the rocket connects. It's the bulldog, it's the rocket, it's everything. The guy's just magnetic right now. And he knows he's got more prey waiting on the other side of that wall. Little sidestep, almost punishes him for it, but wo0t gets his third.
At what point do you consider to maybe just save on the side of FUT, maybe bring those guns into the next round? It feels like this could be so hard, but there is an opening.
The problem is they're so far up into the site, they don't really have a choice. They're gonna try to take the fight, and it might work out. Force their hand, and they will gladly take it from you.
Future retakes. Understanding that the synergy is not there.
Oh, he did so much damage. And he gets a kill. I mean, look at Rien's, look at wo0t, and now look at yetu-jay. Looking for the right time to strike. The snap is good onto one. Unfortunately, cannot find any more. But Heretics got what they were looking for. They've accomplished the first half of their mission. They got the spike down. FUT again on the retake. A deep molly to keep them back, but the spam is just so good. We talked about how prevalent that was going to be on this map. And so far, it has delivered. Can Patatak find another free one? He can!
Player standing.
A 1v1 now. Patacaptain on the tap, spots where the jump P comes from. Still not even able to get it to half. He's playing with them like it's a cat and mouse game. Patacaptain has to make a play here. He's got to get the swing. Oh, my goodness. We've just fully devolved into silliness here.
Phantom can be so good on a map like this. Yeah.
You're so good, bro.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do?
Yeah. Drop the thrash as well. And another piece falls. They've just had such a hard time at keeping him back. Maybe the pit will provide enough cover. There's no punish off of that Prowler either. There's really no way for them to get up on it, so they're going to be funneled and pushed into the back of this site. The Nightfall will connect onto everyone, I believe. The Paranoia traded out his Rien, tries to find space around it. wo0t spotting a scalp, not able to find it, but CNED can.
Rash is ready.
But the pit is still in play. It's still a problem. You've got this reflank coming through with elbows. wo0t's able to keep them all back. CNED's going to have to 1v3. He can't.
The 3 here and that Vandal.
The Vandal that was on the way out. wo0t never left the ground. That was the ult. What a disastrous start, and now they're going to have to deal with the walls closing in behind them. Crunched in with nowhere to go. But again, the weapons prove to be the difference maker. Yeah, they can get wo0t out of the sky, swatting them down. But how do you deal with everything else?
CNED right now going into the next round. Oh, actually,
He's
Molly doesn't hit.
He's found a little sliver.
Ah, Patatek sees his arm.
The rest of the pieces now starting to come together. And a really nice timed ult from Crack. Somali's even better though, but there's nowhere that's safe. No room to be found. Atacaptain playing with them. The fake TPs are enough to get one, but it's all he can find.
There's the Roomba close to clear out anything. Dagger as well.
He's gonna keep scaling.
Last player
But
standing.
Krax is ready for it. He wants it. He's left alone. A 1v2. The barrel in his mouth.
Attackers
Can't
win.
find. Very well, maybe part of the plan, part of the problem. Benji Fishy will get tagged by the stun, but still, of course, recklessly swinging out to take the fight because why not? Meanwhile, Mingman tried getting out, tried getting the spike down, unfortunately failed, but Heretics might be able to hold them back. Look at Rien's. Cracks at a shock at his feet. And it's going to allow him to move around so much. I mean, he can fully commit to pushing market, he can flank all the way back into main, and that's exactly where yetu-jay's worried about, concerned about. They've left one on site. What can Atacaptain get away with here? That much. They've managed to upgrade a weapon too into the hands of CNED, instantly hits the ground. But they've gotten it down to 2s. They just don't really have the weapons. Mr. Fallen picking up the Bulldog, the flash over the top, but Benji Fishy on the swing behind it, the smoke, the only thing that's keeping them apart. One falls. Mr. Fallen, the only one with the weapon, but Patatek's gonna hold to defuse through all of that. On the cage, so he understands that's where the lurk is gonna be coming from. Oh, CNED, what a miserable way to get caught like that. Benji Fishy now punishing and still understanding there's a flank, there's pressure coming in from the other side. Decides to tuck into the smoke and try to fight out main. Pays for it with his life, but damage has been dealt. This is the Sheriff round that felt like missed all the first half.
And now wo0t gets an upgrade with the Outlaw. Even if he gets a tag, that's a W. 4 FUT.
But Boo has been stopped. A stinger in the hands of Patatek. Atacaptain with a flash in his face tries to turn, and he's so blinded. What can Mr. Fallen do? A 1v3 into inferior weaponry. The tag on wo0t is brutal. The satchel to keep him back. It's gonna do its job!
Talk with them. Multiple players. Look at, oh my.
I don't even think he saw him.
He didn't see him. CNED didn't see him. And then the use of the satchels here to delay that peak. 4 FUT. Mr. Fallen trying to set him up, supporting utility to keep him alive.
Very cleanly done. Now they're rolling Thunder. It's gonna tag onto one. Patatek managed to get through that unscathed and not filling in on the space behind it. Meanwhile, Benji Fishy trying to buy his time. Trying to find it.
No way, he sticks it
Patatek
again.
falls. No, he has to. He's got to come off of it. He gets his one. There's a challenge on the other side. The third. No. Oh, out of captain. Ventures forth. They're all funneled in here. They've got to be careful. 3 on the site. Look at him. Tucked in. Huddled up. Now paranoid. And now dead.
One enemy
But there are
remaining.
layers to this, but all of the layers are crumbling. Every single one of them falling apart. Ada Captain will join his teammates.
All mid-control off of that.
The fall line certainly didn't help either. The paranoia is going to split the uprights, but you see yoru trying to fill in on the space behind it. Benji Fishy still tucked in his cage. He's not even the one who strikes. Now, finding his timing, but CNET, what a hold! He gets 3! But he's going to have to get them all. Over towards A last time, it wasn't in tow. But it's the same look, CNET! Somehow dancing away,
He has to swing.
avoiding the damage initially, but you cannot hide. Still a little bit more damage found. The spike's still not in hand. You've got to be paranoid of that. You've got to understand that you could be getting pushed elbow here. It's just a matter of time on when they turn around. Ada Captain isn't turning. He's not turning! And now they've got the Hunter's Fury they have to deal with. Again, trying to find any target, trying to get any free tag, any free damage. Mr. Fallen was the hero in the previous round, and they're gonna call on him to deliver once more, but he can't. He just can't.
No chance in the 1v3.
Benji Fishy's able to play behind that. They've invested the Rolling Thunder, they've invested the Paranoia. Seen it. What? Stuns are cosmetic! Unbelievable! How does he get away with it? They should have fallen, they should have crumbled. But the wall stands strong. You see the smoke coming through. There's a little bit of utility that'll help. Patatek is in a pretty brutal spot here, but if he dances around and plays cards right, he's gonna be able to be the last one left standing. Singing the final song of this half for Heretics. There he is, he strikes in the spike. The most prized possession. That nade is gonna hurt. That does not feel good. There was nowhere for Patatek to go. wo0t's gonna be a casualty as well. That's a really nice defensive hold so far. But who else but Boo paving the way.
Answering back. Benji now walking onto the site. Crack's gonna take a 1v1, but Boo again.
What?
Steadying the shots.
In the face of a flash. Manages to get another. Just when it seems like Heretics should be put away. They continue to chip a little bit. They continue to find an advantage here, an advantage there. They're just nuisances. They never go away. When you think you've got them done, it's heroics. And it's gonna require heroics if they want to get this pistol, if they want to get to 10.
There's one.
Uh-oh.
Last player standing.
Can Benji Fishy 1v2? No. Overwhelmed. He needed to be, or needs to be, the leader for his team here. He needs to be a spark because wo0t has done this entire series what CNET is needed to do.
I mean, he just lit a fuse right on Ada Captain's head, and now that's the smoke's gone from the round. And more, Patatek cleaning up the tag from wo0t. A nade to push back yoru.
It's a luxury they don't have in being able to stack here. The problem with this though is that even if they get picked off, they're gonna lose these weapons. The upgrades are only gonna get better for Heretics. The situation only getting more and more dire for FUT. Yes, CNET needs to deliver. Yes, there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Yes, there's a lot of eyes on him. But this? A 1v5? And now they know where he is?
It's impossible.
Fingers and things like this.
I mean, wo0t. That entry onto the smokes player and then the tag to allow Patatek.
Just so impressive.
Even just bouncing back from that 11-2 lead.
Oh, it's not getting any better, Dre. It's not getting any better. CNET tried punishing with the rocket, and the high ground for wo0t was too much.
Down A.
An obliteration of FUT. Rians, another kill.
A couple of parting shots, what should just be a warning. Ends out tagging on the scene at 63 HP, no armor left. Heretics pushing forward now, looking to put FUT down.
The bomb will go down, and so does CNET. Once more, a 4v5 now for FUT. Tournament life on the line.
FUT will put one final attempt at retaking a site, at prolonging this series. A flash in the face of wo0t. The sidestep is there, and of course he snaps! Just like that! Cracks into J, what can you do? They've got the utility, they've got the mollies. What they don't have is numbers. And so Cracks will fall, and then